All right, so hey, this is part three of what has been a great conversation around why realtors might be ghosting you and how to
Oh,
fix it. And so, man, well, and I love this, Frank, because we talked about number one, when you're having conversations, it's over talking and leading with all of your products and turn times and blah
right.
blah 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 blah. Go back two episodes, we go into depth of really being curious and honoring them and making sure that they're the star of the conversation. Number two was weak or no follow up. So you meet with an agent, great conversation, you're high fiving. Oh man, it feels like we're going to be great partners. And then we fail to follow up. And
Right.
so we talked about that at length last week. So make sure to
Yeah.
listen to that one. And this week we're going to talk about number three. And what is number three, Frank?
So number three is promising what everybody else promises
Yeah.
out there, but with no proof of it. Right.
Mm,
So I mean, think about this. So I'm engaging with an agent. Maybe it's the first time I'm engaging with a particular person. Particular, they're polite enough to have a conversation. We have a great chat.
yeah.
Right. But the main thing that we know that agents really want, brothers, they want us to close on time, communicate well, and follow up on leads. This is the main thing that they
That's
have.
it, man.
And we
Hmm.
can convey that in our conversation with them. But what's more than just saying, this is how I can make you more money, like let's your point, what you like to say is what I'm known for is helping agents make more money.
Sure.
Right. But instead of just saying that, is
Hmm.
backing it up with something, saying,
Hmm.
take a look at this. This is
Hmm.
how I do that.
Yeah.
Here's my script on how I get more business for us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here's my track record of my recent
Hmm.
closings. This was the projected close date. This was the actual close date. Here's my record of it,
Hmm.
right? Actually showing them the proof of your promises, of the things you're promising to do. Now you're making a deeper impression with them, right? To where they're going, I actually saw the stuff. I actually saw it.
Yeah.
You know, now they might be a little more inclined to pick up the phone call,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
You know what I mean? If they can. One of the things we discussed on follow up is sometimes they don't pick up the call. Sometimes they just can't. You know,
Right.
just the
Right.
way it is. But
Hey,
yeah. What are your
and that's
thoughts on that?
okay. You know, we sometimes I hear where it's like I'm so discouraged, nobody's answering the phone. Well, first off, when you use words like nobody, we got to go back and
Mm,
track. Out of the
mm,
10, how many answered?
right.
Three. Well, you're right in line. So
Yeah.
it's not like your numbers are out of line. So when you start saying nobody and always, I want to
Bad
encourage you.
words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
track the data because the data will tell you more than likely you're in line with what everybody else is seeing. And it's not always the phone call, it's the voicemail that's just as powerful. And when you talk about proof, a couple of things I wrote down was this. What is proof to an agent? And I think about that phrase, we say it often. Trust is built in small kept promises.
Mm,
And I think proof is number one, when you meet with an agent, you say, hey, I'm going to call you at 2:30, calling them right at 2:30, not 2:32.
mm,
Part of proof is doing what you say you're going to do. Hey, that's a
mm-hmm,
great question. I'm going to call you back today before 4 with a solid answer to make sure I can give you the best information. And then
mm,
calling them before 4.
yeah.
And, the other thing is this. Um, I think we have to do what we say. Oftentimes, Frank, and we're all guilty of it. It's like, hey, I'll follow up with you later this afternoon. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to get to that.
Mm,
I'll have to get to you in the morning. I think proof is really, it goes back to, did they show up on time? Did they do what they said they're going to do? Are you going to actually touch the lead, touch the partner, and do it for 3 days in a row with nine
mm,
different touches? And
mm,
let me know each day that you did it. So it's like, wow, he actually does what he says he's going to do. And
yeah.
and even on the follow up, I think it's so powerful if you get a chance to meet with them, walk them through the script. Hey, let me just show you the process that I'm using right now. And what I'm doing is when I'm having a conversation with your client, and I would even pull it up on a PowerPoint and share your screen if you're doing a Zoom or if you're in person, print
Mm,
it up and saying, Frank, here's the exact script I'm using every single time I talk to them. And what we find is for every 13 conversations, we get about 2 relational referrals.
mm,
And so our goal is to continue to do the 3 things we know they care the most about: close my loans on time, communicate
mm,
with me, and follow up. And you do
mm,
that, you're head and shoulders above what they're seeing in the marketplace, and that will it won't eliminate an agent ghosting. You can't eliminate it, but
Mm,
what will do is help you increase your conversion. So
mm.
I think what we've got to do is prove what we're saying by the action we're taking. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you.
True, by the action that we're taking, and it's also good to, like you said, hey, if I'm sitting with them and I've got my laptop, if I could bring it up on the screen so they can see the script. This is the script that I use,
Yes,
right?
I love it.
When we have an active transaction, I'm going to call them every single Tuesday, right?
Yep.
And this is what I'm going to say, and you'll
Mhm.
note here I'm always asking for the business. This is how I'm going to help you make more money.
That's
This
it.
is what I do every single Tuesday. And guess what? You're on this call. You're on this call list too on Tuesdays. You'll be hearing from me
Yeah.
on Tuesday, right? And letting you know the conversation that I had with the borrower at that time, and letting you know that I asked for the business. And then, some might say, "Well, I'm newer to the business, man. I can't say that I close on time. Maybe I haven't closed any. Maybe I've closed one.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we rely on our team, right? Our
That's
business,
right.
our company,
That's right.
right? So we
That's
can
right.
go to the company and say, "Hey, what's our track record?"
That's right.
Hopefully it's good, right?
Yeah.
And you can get a printout and say, "Here's a track record of our company and our team. We
Right.
close, 97% of our deals close on or before the closing date."
That's it.
And but to have that visually, something that could be handed off at that meeting you're meeting with them, you know what I mean? Or on the PowerPoint, like you were saying, where they
Yep.
can see that, right? Now we're proving what we're promising,
Hmm.
right? And then that's followed up by what you say, the action of it all,
That's
right?
right.
I'm
That's right.
actually making that call. This is why this is the third mistake that a lot of LOs make is they make a promise and they don't deliver, right? Or
Right.
they make a promise and they can't back it with any kind of proof, right? So that might be a reason why you may be getting ghosted by some agents, right? If you can nail this third item down, pay attention to the first two that we spoke about, went over.
Yeah.
You pay attention to all three of these things, get this third one down, you're going to, look, can't stop anyone from ghosting you, right? You never know, but you're going to greatly increase the chances of an agent being impressed enough to, hopefully
Pick up the
not
phone.
ghost you.
Yeah.
Yeah, to pick up the phone. Yeah.
Hey, at the right time, because you got to remember this, all great agents have great lenders. That's no
Mhm.
surprise. And what you're looking for is the right opportunity at the right time to be able to build a new relationship.
That's right.
And I mean, I always think about this, Frank. I had an insurance guy just 2 weeks ago reach out, and you know what? I didn't respond because you know what I thought? I want to see if he's going to reach out again. And guess what? Crickets.
Nothing.
And what's funny is agents have been prospected so much over the life of their career that
Mm,
they know the first week don't respond, and most will never follow up again.
mm,
But I think it's a bit of the pursuit and the hunt. And I mean, think about us. Have you been pursued? Maybe
mm.
once, maybe twice, but it's when somebody follows up in week 3 and week 4 and week 5. Now, as a
Yeah.
sales professional, personally, I've started to take notice, and I'm like, yeah, I'll toss you a deal. Why?
Yeah.
Because you did what most people would never do. And
Yeah.
so just don't take it personal. I think at the end of the day, whoever makes the most offers is going to get the most no's, but
Mm,
you're simply going to make the most money. So my
yeah.
encouragement, like Frank and I have been talking, don't lead with products and turn times. One of the things we want to do is we want to ask good questions, get to know them. We want to work with you,
Mm,
not just do another transaction. Number two, dial in our follow up. So we've got this all laid out in a document we'll give you. Go to freedomplanningcall.com, freedomplanningcall.com, and we'll give it to you. The follow up, there's a 12-week follow up process, and we'll give you this document why agents ghost you. And number three, promising what everyone promises without proof. So
mm,
put proof in how you show up, in the action you take, maybe even in what you're showing them as far as marketing materials, knowing your numbers. More than anything, I think even just touching the lead, touching the partner is such an
mhm.
advantage over what is happening in the marketplace. So you've got what it takes. We want to encourage you. Half the battle is just showing up, making the calls, Do it consistently long enough, and you'll see massive results. Go to freedomplanningcall.com.
Sounds great. You guys have
Sounds
a
good,
great
man.
one. See you next time. Adios.
See ya.